everybody. How's everybody doing? Excuse me. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day and looking forward to getting through this power review. We are on season 6, episode 7, y'all. And the title of the episode was called Like Father, Like Son. And of course, I want to hear all about it. I want to hear everything that you guys think about the season so far. Your comments on the different characters so far, and especially this last episode. Like, a lot was going on this past episode. It was kind of hard to keep up. Like, dang. I mean, Dre putting in work. Tasha looks like she about to put in work. Tariq, he about to get schooled. Keisha, she definitely stepping up to the plate as far as her and Tommy, and definitely trying to make sure that he knows that she's the chick that he needs by his side. She's trying to be dependable, reliable, trustworthy, honest. Even when Ghost told her and Tyreek told her, please don't tell Tommy about the fact that she knows that he's been stealing drugs. Well, he hasn't lately, but that he did steal those drugs from Tommy. She was like, okay. Took that money from Ghost and everything. The money that he took from Reek that he found stashed away in his daughter Raina's cabinet, at the bottom of her dresser that Reek was hiding or stashing away. He gave that money to Keisha. And, told Keisha, take your son somewhere. Go somewhere safe. Get a new life. Start all over. Put your son in a decent school, decent neighborhood. All that in the third. She like, I'm going to do right by my man. I'm going to let him know exactly what's going on. And that's what she did. She let Tommy know exactly what was going on. Man, when he found out that Reek had repeatedly lied to him over and over and over, and if y'all saw my chat box removed from the screen, I'm trying to re-add my chat box on the screen here. Let me pull that over here real quick. Excuse me. Sorry about that. For some reason, the chat don't want to cooperate with us tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. So, now, as far as I was saying about Reek has been repeatedly lying to Tommy, but not just Tommy, he's been lying to everybody. He is a habitual liar. He lies to his mom, to his dad, to Tommy, to the police, to detectives. Keisha, he's lying to everybody. Still trying to make people believe that he got them drugs from Kanan, when in actuality, he really stole them from Tommy's warehouse. And Keisha, she knew right away that it came from Tommy because of the fact that he was like, where Tommy at in Brooklyn? She was like, how the heck you know about Brooklyn? That's where the warehouse is. Like, how you know about Brooklyn? She's, I don't know. Tommy might have mentioned it, in the past, once upon a time. Keisha knew all along that he was lying. She was like, boy, I got you. You might be running games on the rest of them with your conniving ways and your sweet little childlike face. But she knew what was up. And she told Tommy, even though Ghost had, gave her that money, she took that money. She took that money, put that money right in her purse. But yeah, so what do you guys think is going to be going on with Keisha in the future? Let me know what y'all think about that, because right now Tommy, he took her to a house. She was begging and pleading and crying, after she got shot. She was like, Tommy, please, I'm tired of this. I just want to be done with ghosting now. Take me to the burbs. I want to go to the suburbs and get me a big old house with a white picket fence and a little puppy dog to take my son Cash to every day. And I want to feel safe and away from, this hood life. So he surprised her with a house. With her own house in the burbs. So I wonder how that's going to end up, with her Is she really like trying to leave the streets and leave all that money out there to be made that Tommy, can make and that she could run through her shop to clean? Or is she really ready for that mommy role, sitting up in the crib all day? The quiet life. What's Tommy gonna do? She still got her beauty shop, but what's Tommy gonna do? If Tommy's away from the street, what's Tommy gonna do? Tommy, I think Tommy's the kind of person, he would get bored. Now, Ghost, on the other hand, Ghost would be good with spreading his money around, investing it in different properties, different businesses. He already got True. Maybe open up another True somewhere else around the world. But Tommy, I think he's too hood, born and bred to walk away from that street life. So what I think he's doing to Keisha right now is pacifying her. He done bought her the house. He's about to put her up in the house and make her seem like she wifey, taking her from the apartment building and putting her up in the house. So we shall see how that goes. Again, I don't think Tommy's ready for that life, and me personally, I still don't think Keisha is ready for that real gritty hood gangsta life either. She thinks she is. She got her a gun and she done popped her one. But it's easy to shoot a gun when you defending yourself. It's much harder to shoot a gun just because you want to take out somebody like your competition. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. But as far as Dre goes, he got his daughter back. Ghost and Tate, they came through, got him his daughter back. He threw that up in Sax's face. I'm like, what was you thinking? You thought Sax was going to let you off that easily? Of course, he still needs you. He still wants you to help solve that case and find out, give him proof. Like, everybody told Sax. He did not do it. Ghost did not do it. Dre did not do it. Dre knows he didn't do it. Sax knows he didn't do it. But he's, still trying to use Dre to his advantage by blackmailing him repeatedly. He took his daughter first. He got his daughter back. Now he done put a ankle bracelet on his butt. Thank God he put an ankle bracelet on his butt, because he probably would have been killed immediately, expeditiously, when they brought him to Tommy in the back of that trunk, all tied up and blindfolded. He probably would have been killed right away. But then he showed them the ankle bracelet, and still Tommy was not believing that he's working. He was like, please don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. They tracking me down. I got this bracelet on my leg. They know where I am. And Tommy was like, oh, so you working for the Fed? Because he be seeing him work with Ghosts. So he was like, oh, you working for the feds? He was like, I'm playing both sides. Please believe me. Tommy told him anyway, go put him in the dirt. Go take him somewhere and put him in the dirt. Put him in the dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Put him back down in the dirt so he can see his creator, so he can meet his creator. But thankfully, since he had that ankle bracelet on them, they didn't kill him at that point. They took him somewhere else because of the fact that Sax was probably tracking him. And took him somewhere else. Man, I cannot believe, out of all the people that got murdered this season, Grim, BG, like, why not Two-Bit? Why not Two-Bit, who I think Tommy should have took out a long time ago? I'm getting sick and tired of Two-Bit. He don't know how to play his part. He don't know how to play his position. I'm surprised Tommy ain't put his butt down already. I'm surprised. And when he put his hands on Tommy's woman, on Keisha, I'm trying to remember, did she have a gun in her purse at that time? I think she did have the gun in her. Yeah, I think he had already gave her the gun to put in her purse at that time. So she could have blown him away as well. But I'm like, BG, I like Grim. I like Big Grim. I mean, he was the one that stood up out of all three of them. Out of Spanx, out of Lil Spanky, out of him, and out of Too Big. He was the one that stood up and told Tommy, he said, I will work for free. I will help you hustle all this product and help you sell it in 24 hours just to get your nephew Tyreek back. Even though it took him eventually 2 days to get the money. But they got Tyreek back in the first place. But 2-Bit wasn't trying to work for free. Spanky wasn't trying to work for free. Because Spanky and 2-Bit is like, they in it together. When Tommy told 2-Bit to get to stepping after he found out that, after he confronted him about putting his hands on Keisha, even though Keisha, she was wrong. She accusing him of, stealing some of the product. She was wrong. But she didn't believe him, and she was a little aggressive. But still, he shouldn't have put his hand on her. He snatched her up so rough by her arm. Probably left bruises on her arm. Snatching her up, trying to keep her from running and telling Tommy that they, stole some product when they knew they didn't steal some product. Of course, Tommy, he didn't believe it. He didn't believe Keisha. He didn't believe them because Tyreek, he's so convincing. He's so manipulative. Just like his daddy. Like father, like son. Just like the name of this episode. And Tasha, now, she realizes her son's potential. She wants him to go to school. She wants him to graduate from college, as does Ghost. Wants him to graduate from college. Wants him to get a good career. Not be in the streets like them. Not out there hustling. They want him to live the good, honest life. Like the average citizen. But Tasha sees right through that. Ghost don't want to see it. Ghost don't want to see what he has created. But Tasha sees what they have created. So she extends that offering to Tyreek. You do what I asked you to do, and I will teach you to be like Ghost. Matter of fact, she gonna try to teach him to be better than Ghost. So we gonna see how that's gonna work out. But when he woke Tyreek up in the morning at the beginning of the TV show, and when he put that gun to the left side of his cheek, and Reek was like, "You ain't gonna put nothing in me. You ain't gonna shoot me. I'm your son. So you can go on somewhere with that scared scrape." Yeah, I said scared scrape. You can go on somewhere with that scared scrape mess. Ghost was like, "Oh, really? Oh, really? You think I won't shoot you? You really think I won't shoot you?" Reek was just laying there. He was staring up at Ghost. You know how he got that look all hard, like he invincible and everything. He was like, yeah, you ain't gonna kill me with why you trying to act like we on a TV show or scared straight. Ghost was like, you know what? I can tell the police that my son, his life just changed the moment his sister Raina was murdered. He's like, I don't know what my son got going on. I don't understand. He was expelled from school. He was under pressure, with the police, bring him in for questioning. Somebody got killed in the home. It's a lot going on. That must have made him want to, commit suicide and kill himself. He was basically telling his son, I can set you up and make it look like you murked yourself. Reek was up there like, see, Reek, he don't get it. He want to be in that street life. But what he don't understand is, in that real street life, whether you family or foe, when you cross those lines, you can be taken out just like you the enemy. And Tariq don't understand that. He been getting passes for a minute. They've been giving him passes for a minute. Even when Tommy brought him up on the top of that rooftop, and I was just like, oh Lord, please don't drop that boy on the top of his head 15 floors down. Well, I don't know if it was 15 floors, but it was some floors down. He would have died. No, he would have died because it was more than several floors down, and he held him by. He was like, hold him over the edge like that. Like, he was going to drop that boy. I'm like, if Reek would have said the wrong thing, Tommy probably would have dropped that boy, would have thought nothing. No, he was like, I didn't kill for less. I didn't kill for less. You stole product from me. And then the thing is, Tommy done been there for Reek and their whole family. He's like the play uncle. Not, you know what I mean? He's like best friend to Ghost. So, the uncle. And he also, him and his goons risked their life to save his life. They worked, they hustled, they bust off for 2 days straight to raise money to pay off the, the kidnapping fee. And Reek done stole from him. And then lied. Just kept on repeatedly lying. Like, if this boy does not deserve an Emmy, if he don't deserve an Oscar, an Oscar. Because, man, his acting, he just be like, oh, God. Like, okay, when they was at the school, when they was at the new school. Now, this was like, okay, Tate. After Tate was busted by Derek's Tate, he been messing around with Derek's wife, Cassandra. And it finally clicked when Ramona had came into the office. She was like, where is Tate? Where he at? We supposed to be working on his schedule right now, working on his, the press for the CPS. And where he at? He needs to get down to the office. And Derek was like, well, he's down at the church having some kind of church breakfast, some kind of church brunch, prayer and church. She was like, prayer and church is not going to get him in the office. I'm the one that's going to help him get the governor position. You need to get him in here. And as a matter of fact, where is Cassandra? Derek was up there like, where is Cassandra? Man, he must have busted up in there and saw them doing the thing. Oh my gosh, she was riding him reverse cowgirl and everything. They was getting it in. They was getting it all the way in, and Derek walked right up in there. Told her he wanted a divorce. He was like, so this why you always taking so many coffee breaks? Because you like it black now? You used to like a little cream in your sugar. Now you like it black now? I was cracking up. She like it black. She like it chocolate. She done went, Hey, you know how it is. They say once you go black, you never... But she like both sides. She probably like white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Spanish, Dominican. She probably African. She probably like them all. I think she likes what's, more convenient for her to move to the next level. That's what I think. Because when Ramona was talking to her and trying to get her to sign the papers, she was like, oh, see, y'all can get married and you can say that your relationship failed. And she told Tate he can say that he found love, on the road, on the election, road, and he found love on the campaign trail or whatever he said. And he like, I don't want to marry. She's like, I don't want to marry him. He good in bed though. He is good in bed though, but I do not want to marry him. She has other things set in her eyes. But when Tate approached Ghost about the whole situation and told him he was busted for sleeping with Derek's wife, he was like, man, he is threatening to leak information, and he got information on you. He's like, everybody who works in my camp, everybody in my party, I had him do a thorough, deep investigation. A thorough, deep investigation on their background. So he said, I could potentially go down, and everybody who works for me can potentially go down. Ghost was like, it never fails. It never fails. If Ghost is going through some stuff, he tells Tate, if I go down, you go down. If Tate is going through some drama, if you go down, I go down. They just keep using each other to their advantage. But then Ghost was like, okay, let me see. Do you got some friends, who might possibly work at McAllister and at Callister Prep School? Because his son had got kicked out of Choate for selling. So he was like, do you know anybody, any friends on the admission board at Callister Prep? Tate was like, that's my dog. I knew you could pull through. So anyway, Tate got them to hook up. So when they was in the admissions office, man, if they wasn't putting on a show with that dude, Ghost and Tasha and Reek, they was up there like, yeah, Reek, when they was asking him like, could you name like some of his, because it was like an interview. And it's like, could you name like some of his, some of his, weaknesses or his, stuff like that. You know how they ask you like on a job interview or something. Goldberg was like, you got a recommendation from Council Tate's office, but I need to tell you a little bit about you to tell me a little bit about yourself. And he was like, what's your son's greatest weakness? And Tasha was like, I believe, he believes that he can solve anything, any problem on his own. And Ghost was like, and he, tends to take on too much responsibility. They sitting up there looking all professional, like the elite couple, the power couple, and knowing they was in a process of divorce and they child is in all kind of mischief and mayhem. And then they said, well, what's his greatest strengths? And they like, he's very independent and ambitious. And now all of these things are true. All these things are true, but of course they didn't tell them all the drama that he be sneaking out the house, that he, selling drugs and slanging drugs, that he's a potential liar, that he done set somebody up to be murdered. They didn't say none of that. He didn't only set one person up. Don't forget Kanan. He went behind Ghost's back to make sure he was killed. He also killed the person that killed his little sister. And he also set up Proctor's murder. So they ain't tell him all this. Of course, they ain't gonna tell Goldberg, the dude in admissions, all that. But anyway, he was like, you're in. They told him exactly, what he wanted to hear. And how Tariq was putting it on so thick. He was putting it on real thick. He was like, why you leave Cho? He said something like, it was hard for me fitting in, hard for me trying to find friends. I miss being in the city. I had a connection, with the city. And, he thinks that, he'll have a better, chance with the cultural environment, the diverse environment, at Callister. And the guy was like, you're in. You can start next week. You can start next week. But when they were back at home and Tasha was like, you need to start studying, you already half a semester behind, and you need to check out the syllabus and start working on schoolwork. He was like, I got this, man. That school ain't ish. That ain't nothing compared to Cho. I got this. You could tell from Reek's expression on his face and the sound of his voice, he is not thinking about going to school. He do not want to go to school. He want to be in those streets, and he want to run the streets and be a thug and be a hustler and a gangster, just like his daddy, just like father, like son, like the title of the show. So anyway, that's why Tasha, in the end, she was like, every time they tell him to do something, when they say stay away from Tommy, he's back at Tommy's. When they say don't sell drugs, he's selling drugs. When they say stay at school, he's leaving school, skipping school, running around the city, getting into trouble. Hey, Keegan, how you doing? I'm just up here talking about Tariq and his butt showing out this last episode. And how his mother, Tasha, plans on schooling him on how to make money in them streets. He don't want to make money the honest way. He wants to do exactly what they did to get where they are, instead of going to school and going to college and, getting there the honest way. Getting to the good life the honest way. So she was like, okay, you do what I say, and maybe, I'll show you what your father does, show you be powerful like him and do what you do. Man, I was like, Tasha, you gonna teach your son how to hustle? Now, do y'all think that's a good thing or a bad thing? You said to go now. Yes, Tasha, she's all about her coins. And I don't know if she figures like, okay, well, if I ain't gonna be back with Ghost anymore, my son wants to hustle and he wants to be in the street, I might as well be the one to teach him. You know what I mean? It's kind of like parents who be like, and I'm not one of those parents, by the way, the ones who be like, well, if they gonna do drugs, they gonna do it out there with their friends, they might as well do it with me. Or if they gonna drink with their friends, so they might as well do it with me. I ain't never been like that. Like, you ain't smoking with me, you ain't drinking with me, you ain't partying with me, I don't care. You said she was willing to teach her son the game, it was fine with her. Yeah, because she don't mind. She don't mind. She's kind of like where Keisha's getting to. Keisha was getting to the point where she was ready for the game. She down for the game. She down to ride and all that. Make money. Be a, Bonnie and Clyde, power couple with her and Tommy. But then now she's like, get me out of here. I want to go to the suburbs. Take me to the burbs. I want to put Lil Cash dollar signs in a good school. And I want to get him a good education. We want a white, big old house with a white picket fence. And I want to be far away from these goons. I'm like, Keisha, which one do you want? Do you want a hustling man out here in the streets? Or do you want to be in the burbs and you just do your hair and nails and makeup at your shop and, I don't know, have Tommy be the manager? I don't know what Tommy would be if he left the streets. Because, again, I don't think Tommy could ever leave the streets for anybody or any woman. You said off topic, I sent the second chapter. Oh, thank you, YS Books. I appreciate that. That first chapter was really good. And when it ended... and you know what? Call me slow. Call me slow. I'm going to call myself slow. Because when you sent me the first chapter, and by the way, y'all, YS Book, she's an author, so we're talking about a book that she sent me. When you sent me the first chapter, I was trying to read it from my cell phone. So every time I would go into the inbox, because you sent it to my my cake decorating Facebook page, my inbox on there. So every time I would go to my cake decorating page, I would click on the inbox and I would press play and it would start playing. But then I would get a phone call or somebody would text me or inbox me or I would get an alert. And so every time I would go out of it to get back in it, I would have to push play and it would start all over again. So I kept going through that. And then finally I was like, why I keep trying to use my phone? Why don't I just go on the computer, go into my inbox, hit play, and that way if something comes up and I have to stop it or pause it, I can just stop and pause it on the computer, which it did let me do. But on the phone, it won't let you back out of it and then come back in at the same spot. So I was like, man, it took me forever to go through that first chapter, and then it finally clicked, like, try it on the computer and see if it'll let you pause and go out and come back in and all that and be in the same spot. And it did. You said wait till Ghost find out Tariq is sloppy so someone will find out, but he's not going to die because he will be the main character. Oh yeah, he gonna be the main character, girl. But when he had was hanging over that roof and Tommy had him hanging over that roof, I know Tariq had to piss his pants. I know he had to piss his pants. He's like, please Tommy, please don't drop me, please don't kill me, please. I'm sorry, I will still forget, please Tommy. Tommy ain't playing with that little boy. Tommy like, I didn't risk my life. Me and your dad could have got murked over you because you up here playing games with people's product. I was like, Lord Jesus, don't drop him, Tommy. Don't drop him. Don't do it, Tommy. You said you want to know how long it's going to take before someone finds out about the house Tommy purchased for him. I don't know. And he just purchased the house, so I don't know. Shoot. Because you know what? Jason probably got somebody following him. Because Jason does that, right? Jason be having people follow him and Ghost. He always know where they at. Always. I don't know if he got a tracker on their vehicles or he got some goons following them around, but he always know where they are. But yeah, YS Books, I'm going to listen to the other book. The chapter 2, chapter 1 was really, really good. I'm like, it's a black... I only read the first chapter, actually listened to the first chapter. But when I heard Black Superwoman, I think that's where the book is going. Like, the black lady, when she was lifting up the bus, I was like, is this a Black Superwoman book that I'm about to read? I might be wrong, but that's what I was getting from the first chapter. So if that is, I was like, I'm definitely interested in reading more. But hey, hi Creola, hi, how are you? Yes, YS Book, I knew it. When I heard, and then then when you were saying when you said the guy's name and he worked at the newspaper company or the magazine or something like that, I was like, is this a reverse of Superman? Like the woman is the superwoman and the lady who normally worked at the news place, she's the man is working at the news place now, and she's just the superwoman. I don't know. I'm waiting to read more. I'm waiting to read more. I can't wait. But yes, you said that's too funny. First, Ghost put a gun to his head, and Tommy. Yes, I'm like, everybody want to kill Reek, but I don't blame him. But check this out. Reek is still trying to play everybody. He's still trying to play everybody. Like when he went to Keisha and he was lying to Keisha. Then he went to his mom and dad and said, please, could y'all tell Keisha not to tell Tommy? And, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes which side Reek is on. It's hard to tell sometimes. Like you're stealing product from your uncle, but then you stabbing your father in the back. So it's like, I think Tariq is just out for himself. He's just out for himself and willing to do anything possible just, because he's only out for himself. So, I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, I think Jason probably got them followed, and he's going to end up knowing that Tommy bought a house for Keisha. And that he's trying to move him out the suburbs. And then check this. When Jason was talking about, because remember they had got into it again. Because Tommy, he had came up to Ghost. And he was like, how you going to offer Keisha some money to leave? And whoop, 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 whoop. And then Jason was like, listen, if I find out that either one of y'all is dead, I'm going to kill the other one. So, remember we had said a few episodes ago that we think Tommy and Ghost is going to work together to take out Jason. And I'm finally glad about it. You said I thought he would have killed Keisha. I did too, but then I was thinking, I don't know. Ghost, why do you think he didn't kill Keisha? Because I'm thinking he didn't kill Keisha, even though Keisha and Tasha is no longer like this, like they used to be. But Keisha is Reek's auntie. And Keisha's son is their nephew. So they were like family. Just like Tommy is like family. And Tommy's the uncle. And so I think that's probably why he didn't. And he just gave her some money and said, just leave. Just go take your son. Cash Money, dollar signs. I love calling him that. His name is Cash, but I love calling him Cash Money, dollar signs. Because that is such a hood name to name your son Cash. And the first thing I think of is Lil Wayne and all them. That's the first thing I think of. But you said Jason should have been he should have been out of the picture. I don't know why they didn't kill him. The way he be talking to both of them, talking down to both of them, I'm like, Jason obviously, he has more power than we know. He either has way more power than we know, or maybe he got way more deadlier people in his circle than Ghost and Tommy. That could be it, because I'm like, but then on the other hand, if they was like Dre, he probably would have been killed. Like Dre, he don't care. Dre would just, like when he killed BG, when he killed my buddy Grim. I like Grim. Out of all three of Tommy's goons, he got more, but them three main ones, out of Spanky and Two Bit and Grim, I like Grim the most. Especially when he stuck up for Reek and said that he would help, hustle for 24 hours straight with no pay in order to bring Tariq back home. Even though Tommy and Ghost was beefing, he was like, I will help you bring your nephew back home. Oh, hey Candace, how you doing? But I like me some BG, Keekan. I just was like, dang, why couldn't it be Two Bit? I don't want it to be Spanky either. But I was like, why can't it be Two Bit? But I'm waiting to see how Two Bit is going to go out of here, because he cannot last that much longer. He don't know his place. He do not know his place. And I know if he had the slightest possibility, the slightest chance to take over, he would take over and knock Tommy out of there. Oh, Tommy's gonna be hot. He gonna be hot. But you know what? In that situation, y'all, it was life or death. He didn't have a choice. It was life or death. He had to do what he had to do to get back home to his daughter. He had to do it. I hate it was BG, but he had to do it. Yep. He was. Spank talked him out of killing 2-Bit. Because basically what he was saying was, your girl was wrong. Your girl came up in here threatening everybody, to tell you that we stealing and we robbing you behind your back and all that. And so 2-Bit, Spanky, he did stand up for 2-Bit, and he was like, listen, but your girl was on some rah-rah when she came in here. She was already on one when she came in here. So, and yeah, 2-Bit shouldn't have put his hands on her. He shouldn't have touched her so aggressively. But that's 2-Bit. That's 2-Bit. He's always aggressive. He probably wake up aggressive. Just wake up angry. Be at the table eating his cereal just angry. Like, rawr, rawr. 2-Bit is a trip. But I cannot wait to see his demise. But yes, Candace, I am good, honey. I am so good. I've been working earlier today, and then I got off of work and had to watch Power from last night because I didn't get to watch it last night. Shoot, I was too busy relaxing last night. And then I did a live earlier while I was cooking my dinner. I was live with you guys while I was fixing and preparing my dinner. Then Saturday I did 2 videos because I decorated 2 different cake orders live on my channel Saturday. So last night I was like, I'm chilling. I'm gonna wind down. I'm gonna put me a little something in my little red cup. And I was like, chilling. You said, I'm glad you're into the story. You are right, sorta. Can't wait until you get the twist. I know it's a twist, YS Books. That's why I said I could be wrong. But yes, I was real interested after the first chapter. Like, yeah, I gotta read the second chapter too. You said 2-Bit wants to be in charge, but he's not level-headed like Ghost. Right. And he will not work well. Yup, you're right. Because Tommy told him, he was like, shoot, if you can't understand how things supposed to roll over here, you can't stay in your position, you can find your own bistro. Or distro, yeah. His own distributor. They call him distro for short. It took me a minute to figure that out. I be having slow moments sometimes, y'all. Don't judge me. I be having a slow-mo moment sometimes. I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Distro. Because, Tommy has an accent. So when he says it, it's like distro. Find your own distro. And so I'm like, what is he talking about? Then it hit me. He was talking about distributor. You said then they are cause for BG getting killed. They are. They are the reason for him getting killed. What they should have done was put him in that trunk somewhere, take that car somewhere, and all 3 of them get him out of the trunk, or either shoot him while he's still inside the trunk, or set the car on fire, put it in the river, something. And then BG, see, that's why I like him, because he has a heart. Like, I think Spanky does a little bit. But Spanky, he be on 2-Bit's, he be like, I don't know, he's like a little puppy dog behind 2-Bit. So 2-Bit, he don't have no heart at all. BG, he has a heart. When Dre said, I just want to call my daughter, I just want to talk to her one last time before y'all kill me, please. He said, they gonna kill me right away, just please let me call out right now. And so he was like, okay, man, just be quiet. Keep it down. I'll dial a number for you. He shouldn't have done that. Or he should have gave him the phone to call out. But he picked up the phone. He wasn't paying no attention to the gun on his side that Dre snatched out of his pants. And he shot that man right under his... He did it so quick. He pulled the gun out and didn't even like pull it and hold it and none of this. He just pulled the gun out, flipped it upside down, and just shot him. And shot him right through his head, right out the top of his head. I was like, he was gone. He didn't even have a chance. BG, rest in peace, BG. Big Grim, rest in peace. You said wait till Ghost catch 2-Bit with his watch. Oh, I saw that. Spanky was like, you still got that Negro's watch. I saw that. I'm like, He sure had Ghost watch on, and Ghost did not want to get that watch up for nothing. He was like, I ain't gonna give you my watch. I ain't gonna give you my watch. But yeah, 2-Bit, I think 2-Bit need to find him. I think 2-Bit needs to get his own team, his own crew, and do his own business elsewhere, because 2-Bit don't like being under nobody, especially Tommy, because Tommy be treating him like flunkies sometime. But you know, I ain't never been in that life, so I'm just, you know, I'm sure he talks to them that way because he wants to make sure he always has full control over the people that he's trusting his business with, his money, his product, his life, his secrets, you know, murders, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, can't sweet talk them, can't be sweet talking them and treating them like children. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Dre. I don't know what Dre had the opportunity a long time ago to bounce. Dre had the opportunity a long time ago to bounce. And it's crazy because you know what? This is the third person that had that opportunity. The girl that Jason killed, she had the opportunity. Suarez, Maria Suarez, that's her name. She had the opportunity to leave. Ghost gave her money. She chose not to. That was her second opportunity, by the way. The first opportunity, he told her just bounce and keep your mouth shut. She came back, offered to snitch. He got her again. I give you another opportunity. He gave her money the second time. She had the opportunity to leave. She said she was going to snitch again. Then she got killed. Keisha, she had the opportunity to leave. I don't know what's going to happen with Keisha, but I cannot see nothing good in her future. Nothing good in her future. And I honestly think that Tommy is the one that's going to put her down. I honestly think Tommy is the one that's going to take her out. And, excuse me, you said Sax is caught up. Oh, and Dre had the opportunity to leave. You said Sax is caught up. Oh, yeah, Sax, you know what? But Sax is about to go. Sax was already rogue. He had went rogue. When he put that monitor, that little, in that unicorn, when he put that on, had Proctor's wife put that on her daughter's book bag, you know, to eavesdrop on anything going on in the house. When he started investigating Proctor and all that, you know, he was on his own. He was rogue. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Thanks for checking in with us tonight. But Proctor, excuse me, when Sax had did all that and he got busted tonight, well, you know, the episode last night, he got busted and they told him he's fired. They're going to do an investigation. And he's not done, though. There's no way that Sax done. Did y'all see this expression on his face when he got up? He's like, okay, I'm out. Do what y'all gotta do. Do what y'all gotta do. But Sax, he's gonna keep on till he gets Ghost behind bars. He is determined to prove that Ghost is the one who murdered Angela. And he ain't gonna stop. Them doing an investigation on him, taking his badge, taking his gun. That ain't gonna stop. That is not gonna stop. But yes, he's in big trouble right now. They sat there and listened to the recording and listened to Proctor letting his wife die right in front of him. They listened to the whole thing. And they knew, Sachs knew it too. So instead of turning Proctor in because he just let somebody die like that, he was like, okay, we'll handle that over here as long as you still work with me to try to get something on Ghost. So they know everything now, Werner and Blanca. But what do y'all think about Tate and Derek? Ghost done offered Derek a job back with them. Tate wanted him to get rid of Derek. But Derek was like, he made a deal. He made an agreement with Ghost. He was like, okay, I want to be the management over, Queen's Child Project. I want a raise. I want all my divorce and attorney fees to be paid for. And I want my wife to not contest anything in the divorce proceedings. And he said, and I won't turn over anything on Tate or any of his associates. Tate was looking like, oh my God, why is he still here? Yeah, they questioned Proctor's daughter at school, and that's how they found out about the little unicorn. Cause she was like, where's my unicorn? They was like, do you remember anything? Do you remember seeing anything out of place? Anything strange going on? How'd you get to your uncle's house? How'd you get to Benny's house? And, then they said, do you remember anything strange? And that's when she looked at her book bag that Blanca brought her. And she was like, my unicorn, where's my unicorn? My mommy told me I'm always supposed to keep this unicorn. And then that's when it hit Blanca like, unicorn? Your mother told you you're always supposed to make sure you have that unicorn every single time you leave your father's house? Blanca is a smart lady. And she went rummaging through Sachs' office and found that little unicorn in his desk. And found a little recording inside. You said Derek has Ghost position. You said Derek has Ghost posted? Yes or no? Are you saying does Derek has Ghost position? Yes or no? I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. Because Derek is about to be the manager of the QCP. Ghost, he more played like just a contributor mainly, and he was like the look of the foundation because it's in his daughter's name. Yeah. Yep, Derek is going to be the manager right now. Ghost, I'm still sure he's going to be like the face. He's still going to help with donations, raising money, the fundraisers and all that. But we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, position. I thought that's what you meant. You said he's so demanding. Why the head detective man have everyone else doing his work? I don't know. Probably because he's the what is he the right now he's a stand-in DA. That's what he is right now. I forgot the exact title of it, but he's the standing DA right now at this time. So I don't know if they're going to end up hiring somebody else for the job for permanently or if he'll remain. But yeah, did we talk about everything? I think we discussed everything. We discussed Too Big being murdered. We discussed Tommy and Keisha getting the house. Tasha about the train to Reek. I think we discussed everything. I know some of y'all came in later, so a lot of the stuff I had already discussed in the beginning. But yeah, I think I discussed everything that I wanted to discuss. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that as far as Tommy and Ghost, let me know your honest opinion. As far as them two, as far as them getting back on the same team. Right now, they're focusing on Jason. They're focusing on trying to take Jason out. Do you think they will ever get back together on the same team? Like after Jason is taken care of? Let me know what you think. And do you think that Tommy is going to punish 2-Bit and Spanky over BG's murder? Or if he'll just go after Dre? And let me throw another one out there. Okay. Do you think Keisha, do you think Keisha would be happy with just being up in the suburbs, being away from that life that she's come to know? Or do you think she'll get tired of that? Because she's a little money hungry. Like we were saying before, Keehan, she's a little money hungry. Her and Tasha, actually. And I think that's really the reason why Tasha decided to train Tyreek to be like his father, like son, like the title of this TV show goes. You said at the end of the day they're brothers, so they won't kill each other. I hope not. I mean, I don't know what the plans are for the producers and the writers, like how long they're going to carry this out. You know, but I'm hoping that they'll eventually get back together and they'll work with each other instead of against each other. That's what I'm hoping for. But I also have a feeling too that with Tasha trying to train Tariq to get out there and hustle and make money like that in the streets, I think that's going to backfire on Tasha. I hope Tariq don't mess around and get himself killed, but I do think that's going to backfire on Tasha. You said at the end of the day they're brothers. Oh, okay. Not when Detective Rodriguez called her on next episode. You said not when Detective Rodriguez called her. Okay. Let's see. Are you talking about Tasha or are you talking about Keish? Because I didn't watch the preview for the next episode. I didn't watch the preview. I need to set my DVR up different because the way my DVR is set up is like the shows that I record, they go off like once they go off, the tape stops like right there. The DVR stops like right there. So in order for me to watch the preview to the following episode, I have to go back in my DVR to what show was recorded after the one I just watched. And then it shows the preview before that other show. I hope I didn't confuse y'all. I hope I did not confuse y'all. But yeah, so I didn't watch the previews. But yeah, it was a good episode. Last night was a good episode. It was hot. It was lit. I mean, but again, I hate that BG had to go. I really hate that he had to go because one person I do not like is too big. So I wish that would have been him. But y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the video out. If you happen to be just perusing the YouTube streets and came across my channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you receive all the notifications. And also, you guys, if you missed my live cake decorating while we were talking about the Amber Geiger case and the guy who was killed, I don't know how many of y'all heard, but the neighbor of Botham, the guy that was killed by the cop, his neighbor, the one who had testified and he was like a key witness in the trial, he was just murdered on Friday right in front of his house. So they're trying to see if it has any connection to do with Botham's murder, being that he did testify against the white cop Amber Geiger, you know, in the trial. He had said many times that he feared for his life. He was scared he was going to get killed. He didn't know if it was going to be killed by the police or killed by somebody else. And he was killed. He was murdered in the front of his, I think it was 2 shots. He was murdered. So we was discussing that this weekend while I was decorating cakes on Saturday morning. And yesterday. So while I was preparing my dinner. So make sure you guys check out those videos as well. Make sure you hit them up, like them videos, share them videos. I really appreciate it. And I'm about to get off of here. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I have to jump into somebody else's chat. Sean Bradley is supposed to be live over on Patreon, so I'm a little late. I hope they're still over there live so I can check that out. But anywho, I'm subscribed to a few people's Patreons on here. Not a lot of people, because, you know, it do cost to get on people's Patreons, to support them on their Patreons. I haven't started mine up yet, but Sean Bradley's is only $1.99. I like that, because some people be charging $5, $10, $20, $30 and up for you to join their Patreon. And so, hey, I like, you know, if I can support somebody I really, really like, and it doesn't cost that much, sure, why not? You know, support goes a long way. But anyway, guys, you guys stay safe out there. Be blessed. And don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Stay safe. Be blessed. I'm out. Deuces. Thank you, Kikin, and I always appreciate every time you show up in my reviews, because I love your feedback. I love when people come out the bushes and they talk to me down in the chat, and we can go back and forth with our thoughts and, you know, opinions on the shows. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, boo. And you have a wonderful night. See you guys later.